Hi, I'm Eric, folks, and today we're going to talk about widgets in Smart Notebook 11. What is a widget? Well, simply, widget is a little piece of software code that's designed to work within some other software, be it Notebook 11, a mobile device, a website, whatever the case may be. Widgets provide some small little functionality that you might not otherwise get. How do we find widgets for Smart Notebook 11? Well, if you type widgets in the search bar, you may not find that any widgets are available on your computer. But if you search online at Smart Exchange, then it's going to open up your default browser. Keep you signed in, and it will pre-populate your search term. So in this case, we've got 18 different results that fit widgets. So if we scroll down, the Voki avatar is the most popular and probably the one most worthy. The other widgets that we'll cover today have some limitations. The first one I want to point out is the timer. This timer I've found to be rather unstable. If I insert it on a notebook page, you do have some neat functionality, but when you go off the page and come back to the page, the timer has disappeared. Rather than use that widget, I suggest that you use some of the timers that are already within Smart Notebook. This one is limited in terms of its functionality, but it's very small. This one, you have the ability, if you click the settings here, to have it do all kinds of different things. Go to the next page, last page, no action, delete timer, including inject an image. And you can have sounds as well. So if I just click play here, counts down, a hooray, and it inserts the image that I've put on there. So this does everything that the other timer widget could do, but it's more stable. So that's the one that I would recommend there. Alright, Word Breaker is another widget, and in Smart Notebook, should you choose to download it and insert it, it's going to look like any other download in terms of a gallery item. It's going to have a .gallery item extension, and you could save it to your desktop and in Notebook go file, go insert gallery item file and search for it, insert it that way, or you could also just double click on it wherever you've downloaded it to and it'll open up a new instance of Smart Notebook. However, Word Breaker is somewhat limited as well. Let's take a look at it real quick. Word Breaker gives you the ability to drag in or type in a word and spit that word out in individual letters, either in order, or if you randomize it, then it will spit it out in random order, but each one of those letters you can move around. Now, I'm not sure how much I'd recommend this because again, you have some of that stuff already in the gallery. So if you just type in word and you look at your interactive and multimedia, you can see there are different word guess games that have a whole lot more functionality that are already present within the gallery. So not sure that I would recommend that one either. Now, you can see this list is going to grow over time. One I might recommend to math teachers would be the right angle triangle. We'll take a look at that real quick too. So first thing, you have two choices. You can make a triangle, a right angle triangle. It's a little limited in terms of how it works with zooming in and out and resizing and things like that. But so when I've got it how I want it, I click make the triangle and then scroll up and there's my triangle, and I actually know the proportions. So that's not bad. The other thing a little bit more valuable would be the triangle quiz. You actually calculate the answer and put it in it, and it will tell you if you're correct or not. Now, I don't know how deep the question bank is, but this might provide some neat functionality and not take a whole lot of preparation on your part to utilize. Okay, so let's go to why we're really here, which is the only wiki I really think is valuable, and that is the Voki wiki. So if you go up here and download the Voki avatar, then insert it in one of those two ways, either double clicking on the gallery item wherever it's downloaded or going file insert. Once you get it inserted, it's going to say type or paste your Voki code and click go. Well, where do we get our Voki code? So First you have to go to Voki.com in order to create a Voki. And what is a Voki? Well, it's basically an avatar, a character of some sort that will say what you're saying, and actually their lips will move and everything, and you can customize what it says, how it looks, all kinds of neat things. So you'll want to create an account and sign in and go with the free account, unless you want to have access to some of the premium features. Now, this Get Voki Classroom is worth looking at before you start creating, because there are a few characters that you may not. Let me see here. Here we go. Premium characters and premium scenes. So I created a couple Vokis and then realized that I had picked one of the premium characters, and right as I was about to publish it and finish it, it said, hey, sorry, that one's off limits. So you might want to look at some of these premium characters and make sure that the character you're choosing isn't on the list before you go about creating it. Otherwise it can be a frustrating experience. So I'm going to pick a character. I'm going to go with this. See, we'll go with a dog. You can see we can scroll. There are lots of different categories here. So let's go with this bulldog. Now, if it's actual person or something like that, you can adjust clothing and stuff like that. But in this case, we've only got a few bling options. I think my computer is freezing up on me for a second, so bear with me. Okay, I'm back, and I think instead of going with a dog that says love me, you can see I can adjust how far it's zoomed in. I'm going to change my character. Politics is always fun. Oddballs. I'm going to go with some classic characters here. Alright, we're going to go with a true rocker here. And I'm going to adjust his clothing. And his bling. Make him really tough. And now I'm going to say done. So here's the neat part. You have a variety of different ways to attach a voice to your Voki. You can call it in, type it in, upload it, or since I've got a microphone attached, I'm going to go ahead and record with microphone. Now it is flash based, so it may prompt you to allow the flash to function. Just say OK. And record. I am so cool. Alright. I click save. And name my audio. And you can see now when I play it that his voice is moving, his mouth is moving to my voice. Kids love it. You're limited to 60 seconds, so you can introduce a website, a concept, whatever the case may be with your Voki. So I'm going to close out of that. And I'm going to go to publish. Okay, so it says my scene has been saved, and so now I can adjust the size of it. I would recommend that you go with large when you're embedding the code into Smart Notebook 11. And here's our embed code. So we're going to select it by left-clicking on it, and then left-click on copy to copy it to the clipboard. Then we go into Notebook, and we're going to, instead of trying to right-click, I have more success when I go Control V. Then I say go. And it takes a minute to think about it and pull it in. But now I've got my Voki, and he's following the mouse, and he'll even speak for me. Alright, and so now we've got a Voki. We can actually move it around a little bit. We can even resize it to some degree. But when we're resizing, we lose a little bit of the functionality in terms of the control, so I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bigger. Adjust the volume if we want. Alright, so we have embedded a Voki into Smart Notebook. First step was to download it from Smart Exchange, searching with the term widgets. The next step was to insert it into Notebook, and we just can go insert gallery item file and then browse to wherever you've got it. In this case, it's in the Smart Widgets folder for me. And then you would open it, insert it, and then you have to paste in your code. So we had to go create the code by going to Voki.com, creating our Voki, and when we clicked publish, we set it to large, copied this code, and then pasted it in to the widget that was created in Smart Notebook. I know there are many steps to this, but I'd be more than happy to help you at any time if you'd like to try to work these into your instruction. I think they're very valuable and engaging tools that the kids could love and could be very helpful to your instruction. Thank you again for your time.